Enti biana ebetu dwa sɛ odi wani ekopiem wo United States of America Washington DC Ghana embassy a ɛwɔ hɔ yɛtimi de akulusu no yɛtimi ahyate down na wei na foreign affairs minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa etimi to ne nsa efrɛ no ɛwɔ parliament sɛ ɔmbɛkyerɛkyerɛm na debe na ɛkɔ Ghana embassy ɛwɔ Washington DC. Of late nankasa yɛte sɛ corruption katasehye ene kyese proye bi ekoso eden ewo honom na we na yɛtime to yɛn afre Okudzeto Ablakwa sɛ ombɛkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm mu a otimbe kan sɛ hwe eden enkoso eden ewo ho na mpo yɛ friend saying passport a just for some Ghanaians be eden due to some time management anytime mismanagement bi enti na saa passport we omuntimi omonsa entimi enkaye na even the United States portal service for no just for omode enoma bi ehye so omonso ka ho na saa enoma we nyina esi na wanhwe mpo a na just for yetimi ahyate down completely permanently a wanhwe kra na yambieni eno bio na po Adom Otchere na echeche saa nsem we nyina nsem bebre na asa aguo nsem bebre na agu akwam na gibra kuti nsem ntwemu a na me share so be subscribe na be drop comment comment section Otchere wadwen comment section ne nsem bebre no yenkuti de Paul to 29 emresisia.
Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa here, the youngest, I believe the youngest foreign minister that we've ever had. Congratulations to him in that regard. He decided to do a shakeup at the Ghanaian embassy in Washington not long ago. We all heard it. People applauded it. But it appears that his shakeup has created a lot more difficulty. So the allegations that were raised by him, which has been raised by him again in Parliament yesterday, is that there's a syndicate at Ghana's embassy in Washington, and that syndicate is visa racketeering for Ghanaians who are also Americans, dual citizens, who are looking for visa to come to Ghana. Ablakwa indicated that the process is corrupted by some gentleman. He mentioned the name, a certain Mr. Kwating, and that he has made himself a middleman, intercepted the process, takes money from people, keeps the money, and issues them visas, and that he was going to pull that down. In fact, he actually closed down the embassy, unfortunately, for a few days. Well, he announced an indefinite closure. Later, he came and said it will be open on a certain day. Everybody was wild because closing down embassy is a diplomatic statement. That means quite a bit. Anybody who studied a bit of politics will know, or international politics will know that announcing that an embassy has been closed in another person's country really is a political diplomatic statement. That means something. It indicates a certain hostility between the two countries. So I guess he was spoken with, and quickly he came and changed it, and the embassy is opened. Now, a few days later, a lady comes up on social media who is not well known. She says she's Jamaican and Ghanaian and American, and that she can't understand how she's not able to access a visa from the embassy. Phone calls go dead, emails go dead, nobody replies, and this is all happening under the aegis of the foreign minister. Now, today, or was it yesterday? I think it's today. The foreign minister was in Parliament, and he said this. Ablakwa blames U.S. Postal Services for visa delivery delays. I didn't understand it. U.S. Postal Services are to be blamed for the visa delivery delays. Is there a breakdown in U.S. Postal Services that the American authorities have not announced? Is there a problem at the U.S. Postal Services? When he said it, he didn't quite explain it. He just said that the Postal Services, I've never seen a foreign minister blame U.S. Postal Services for delays in issuing visa to your people. I don't understand it. I mean, it's really, really interesting. But that's what he said. And I don't know. So today in Parliament, this is what he said. And let me read it. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has attributed delays in the delivery of U.S. visa and passports to logistical challenges on the part of the United States Postal Services. I'm sure that Minister Kofi Boah might have a better explanation to this. You know why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because Minister Kofi Boah used to be Postmaster General at Washington, D.C., one of the highest offices held by any African for a very long time in Washington, D.C., that was celebrated among many Ghanaian communities in America. At that time, when in Ghana, we heard that a Ghanaian has become the Postmaster General. It's a very, very important position in Washington. Because our post offices don't work, it might sound not so important. But in Washington, D.C. is one of the most important positions, the Postmaster General. And Kofi Boah occupied that position before he came to Elembele to be elected as Member of Parliament. So I'm guessing that, I'm hoping that Ablakwa has that information. Sometimes these are young men, they don't even have the information of who has been where. But if Ablakwa had that information, I think he should have called Kofi Boah to explain to him that we are having some challenges with the U.S. postal system. And I'm sure with the press of a button or a phone call, Kofi Boah could have been able to solve that problem, because Kofi Boah was there in 2007. Yes, in 2007, 2008, Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boah was the Postmaster General in Washington, D.C. That's a matter of fact. So I'm not sure what is happening. They are both in the cabinet. Kofi Boah is Lance Minister, you are Foreign Minister, you are having difficulties. You just call him. And Kofi Boah will be able to solve this problem for you. I don't know whether he called him, but I'm guessing he didn't. So this is where we are. He says that the U.S. visa and passport to logistical, he attributing the challenges to logistical challenges on the part of the United States Postal Services. He, Ablakwa, made this revelation on the floor of Parliament on Wednesday, June 18th, while addressing growing concerns over the late arrival of visa packages, which have sparked anxiety among applicants in recent weeks. According to the minister, although the processes for issuing visas and passports have seen significant improvement, the persistent issue lies in the final stage of delivery. Now, let me deal with this. When he says that, he says, although, what did he say? It says, according to the minister, although the processes for issuing visas and passports have seen significant improvement. What kind of improvement is he talking about? What improvement is he talking about? The only improvement that Ghanaians want is that I have applied for visa, the visa has come to me. Whether it was lying on a white table in the embassy, it was lying on a black table, it was in front of the ambassador, it's inconsequential to the service that the Ghanaian is looking for. So Ablakwa must sit up in that regard. You don't come to Parliament and spew empty words that mean nothing. What is improvement? What improvement has come? The guy wants his visa to him, you say it's improvement. You have had improvements and you're not delivering the ultimate thing. The ultimate thing is to get the thing to the guy. He wants to come to Ghana, as simple as that. Homowa is coming. He wants to come and eat quickly. And then you are telling him that you have improved, but he can't have his passport. What kind of improvement is that? It's balderdash. A minister should stop throwing words about. Public servants, public officials, ministers, they should stop throwing words about when they go to Parliament, because they know nobody is asking them questions. They know they are doing a monologue. If he was sitting on Joy FM and said this, Blessed Soga would have asked him that, what is the improvement that you are talking about? The most important thing you are delivering is that the person sends his passport and he gets the passport back in good time to organize his tickets, come to Ghana, and come and eat quickly in Osu in August. That's what he wants to do. You are not able to achieve that, and you tell him that there have been improvements. What improvement? That's his back case. We have to understand as leaders and politicians that we have to deliver the goods to the people. And it's not about our ego. And it's not about our plenty English that we can speak in Parliament. That's neither here nor there. You can speak all the English in Parliament. If the guy does not have his passport, he does not have it. Ablakwa is failing in that regard. This is the same minister who came and said, I've closed down Washington Embassy. I've checked the corruption. I've sent all of them home. Blah, blah, blah. You do all that, and it is settings. Now the settings are over. Here you are. You have to be confronted with the matter. So he goes to Parliament and says, I have done improvement. No, please, we will not accept that. So let's move on. He says further, while the visa and passport issuance process has significantly improved, the primary challenges remains in the delays, largely due to logistical failures by the United States Postal Services. Now, is this challenge new? Because this is the first time we're hearing about it. We didn't hear about it in 2023, that Ghanaians were complaining that they don't have visa to come. During the year of return, they were coming. For 30 December, they were coming. We never heard about this. So this is new, and this is happening under Ablakwa's watch. And it's happening because there's some dereliction of duty going on there, or there's some inability to process a certain theory. That's what is happening. The planning is not working, and he's the boss of the ministry. So the buck will stop with him. We are going to continue to blame him. After his plenty talk, everyday talking, he is unable to process visa for Ghanaians in America who are coming home. After closing down the embassy, sacking embassy staff, sacking Kwati, you still cannot process visa. Ablakwa needs to come back to Parliament to answer questions, isn't it? Ablakwa explained that approximately 490 duly issued visa packages mailed on the 6th and 9th of June 2025 were not properly scanned, a development that led to the tracking difficulties and widespread concerns among applicants. In response, we have directly, and he's saying that in response, we have directly engaged the USPDS to mitigate future disruptions, the minister assured Parliament. He further outlined measures that have been implemented to address the issue. These include staggering of mail dispatches, limiting them to a maximum of 200 packages per day to improve tracking and enhance delivery efficiency. The minister reaffirmed the government's commitment to ensuring that all Ghanaians receive their travel documents promptly and with minimal stress, adding that monitoring systems are being strengthened to avoid a recurrence of such incidents. Now, these incidents were not occurring. They were not. If they were, we would have heard about it. They were not occurring. They are occurring under your watch. And then you come and speak plenty English, that this and that and that. I'm receiving texts right now. People are still complaining in Washington, D.C., and we're going to put them out on social media that the thing is not working. It was working before.